Hello everybody, welcome to APWH History, Unit 8.4, Spread of Communism After 1900 Review. Starting off in China, you have the Kuomintang and the Chinese Communist Party. So the Qing dynasty has kind of ended at this time, and they were overthrown by Sun Yat-sen and the CCP. But for a while, you had Kuomintang versus the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, fighting for power. A lot of people did not like Kuomintang, and they implemented the May 4th movement, which was also an anti-imperialist protest, and the protest helped the CCP eventually grow stronger. The CCP eventually decided to kind of kick the Kuomintang out, and they gained even more popularity with their invasion of Japan. So Kuomintang was not only fighting the CCP at the time, but they also were fighting with the Japan, fighting against Japan, and the CCP became even more powerful with the People's Liberation Army. Eventually, the CCP wins the civil war against the Kuomintang and creates the People's Republic of China. The Great Leap Forward is implemented by the CCP and Mao Zedong, and the goal of it was to turn China from a farming, agriculture, stuff like that, into an industry. However, it ended in disaster. There was a lot of famine, mismanagement, millions of people died, and as I said, reiterate here, it failed completely. Another area that communism had was Ho Chi Minh, who led Vietnam into their fight for independence for France. They declared the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, but France eventually rejected it. After the Battle of Dien Bien Phu, and they had the Geneva Accords, which was Vietnam split, and you have Communist North and Anti-Communist South Vietnam. Communism also spread in Ethiopia and India. So you have Mariam, who turned Ethiopia communist with Workers' Party. He nationalized industries and collectivized farms. Human rights abuses and famine ended his rule. Then you have in India, you had a lot of land reforms that gave peasants rights and limited land ownership. And some Indian states followed the Zamindari system, which was basically a form of feudalism. Finally, communism in Iran and Latin America. You have the Iran's White Revolution, which was aggressive modernization and forced landowners to give land to peasants and push industry. And then in Latin America, Brazil taxed big landowners, and Chile promoted peasant farming on plantation. And they all did this to modernize. So there was, in Latin America, it was more of a way some countries decided to either prevent communism or support communism. It was a mix of both. And that is all. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, I recommend you check out Fiveable, and if you use my specialized code, you can get 20% off your next Fiveable career purchase. Once again, please provide any feedback, and I appreciate you watching. Bye!